Nobody cares. The only reason you're trying to do that is because you can't find anything legitimate to go after me for. And so you're like, let's find a personal flaw and expose him for that. But again, you don't know anything. And I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of telling you anything because it's none of your goddamn business. Okay. Kate claims that she regularly checks the probate court records to see what my status is, right? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, but you're never gonna, like, you don't need to know, and it doesn't really matter to you. And bottom line is like, who cares?
Do you have a hobby? Get something.
Also, like, read between the lines. Like, you don't think all parties involved are well aware of this. Kate has, no joke, written to the mother of my children. She has written emails to her.
Yeah, I understand that.
Text messages. She had to block her address. The school, we're at school. The school district had to block her fucking emails. She has sent anonymous mail to my house.
Yep, same thing.
Nobody cares. Like, literally nobody cares. Deb, they sent a goddamn T-shirt to my house with a QR code on it.
What's up, Playboy?
Rashana Buckley did that. They sent a T-shirt to my. It had a QR code on it. You scan it. It brings in some video about I'm a scumbag or something.
Yeah.
It's like I have never cared about a human being in my life as much as these individuals care about me, and it's bizarre. So she has a tendency to go after innocent people who have nothing to do with anything, and that would be family members of mine and friends of mine. Okay, who she believes. All of them in extramarital affairs. According to her, I'm simultaneously like the ugliest guy in the world with the smallest red meat.
The biggest pimp, yeah.
And the biggest pimp. It's the weirdest dilemma that she has going on here. But it's far from that, trust me. And so she has basically thrown out a lot of names, like Tory Potatoes, one they like to say a lot. Sarah Roy, they like to throw that one around a lot. They throw out all these names. Kimberly Lynn, like they throw out all these names, and nope, never done that. Okay, so I'm
Tori. You haven't met like half these people in person.
Yeah, and like I tell them about it. I'm like, did you know we were doing a thing there? And she's like, we were? I didn't know that. Okay, I guess we were. According to them, they're putting this all out there. She's just obsessed with it. Like, it's freaking weird. And one woman in particular decided she's not going to take it anymore. Now, she's the victim in this case, and by policy, I don't identify victims' names. Okay, so I'm just going to refer to this person as the victim because that's just what they are. Now, the victim and I,
excuse me.
We're friends, and Kate would love to just dig in. And the reason, like, I don't put anything out there is, like, Kate, if I announced things and made things official, whatever, to the world, like, Kate would just go in there and just be obsessed on that, go into their families, start messaging their cousins, God knows what. And we don't need that, okay? Because that's insane. And she has done that to this individual. She has posted her pictures repeatedly, risque pictures too, on her YouTube account and on her Facebook page. On December 13th, Kate made a post on the Masshole Report Facebook page, and it's still up there, I believe. She names the woman. She says where she lives. She describes the kind of building that she lives in, and she says the name of the street on there as well. She does all of those things. And so that's obviously concerning. Within a week, I get a message from my old friend, Chrissy Yakumovsky. And this message, guess what it said, Deb, in the message? Do you remember this one? Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
So
it was a picture of something, and it's like, well, that's clearly caught. You don't remember this? Hold on, I got it here somewhere.
Probably. I don't know if it's so many. I'm sure I will.
I know, I have so many freaking. I'm just gonna bring up all these pictures. I have so many pictures here that I just downloaded before this episode. Sorry, we were late.
You're a busy boy today.
Yeah, I'm always a busy boy. Let me see if I have it. Okay, here it is. Yep, I found it.
Did you get emails to the kids' schools? No, to your.
There we go. What's going on, you guys? How's everybody doing?
Like, in terms of Kate sending emails.
How is everybody doing?
Yeah, Kate's, yeah. It's like, and it's just like, why would a principal, like, she CC'd principals on it? It's like, why do you think, like, who do you think you're, okay.
This woman has done the same thing to me. She's emailed me. She's contacted my friends, my family, previous investors, previous coworkers, contacted people who knows from, every person I've ever known, she's contacted to harass me.
Let me show you this. All right. So, no, not the kids' school. No, not the kids' school. So this is like, she sends this message. This is like right afterwards. And this is the victim's house. Okay. And see that white, see how it's like a white car in the background thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Leah Genduso's house.
Chille coded 70 disconnected.
Yeah, that's Leah Genduso's car. And so literally they sent someone there. Okay. And so that's freaky. And it's just like, why are you so obsessed with people that whatever? Like, it's none of your business. And she is also, what else did she do? She just kept posting this person's thing, right? Her pictures up. And so I let it be known that, like, we're not talking. Okay. You won. You can stop. And they kind of died down. Well, this individual happens to be a victim of Chrissy Yakimovsky too. So she testified at her court date in late July. And Kate saw that. And that inspired Kate to be like, well, let's start stalking this girl again. And let's start harassing this girl again. She put her in fear. This girl filed a police report with the Boston police on January 5th because Kate claimed, I believe the exact audio is, we know where she lives. Aiden, you told somebody that I wouldn't find out where she lives and I wouldn't have the balls to go to her house. Well, you are wrong on both fronts, son. And we have that audio and it was presented into evidence. And so that's like a very threatening thing. And then a couple days later, someone shows up at the house. So you tell me. So that's a lot of things add up there. And so finally, this woman has just said 9 months of this shit, enough is enough. And this was brave because, you know, when you do this, when you put yourself out there like that, you know that you're going to become fodder for this woman. Like she's a psychopath. You know that she's going to put you up on there for whatever that's worth. And these guys have to understand, nobody cares. Nobody watches Kate Peter. Nobody's heard of her. Every time you talk to the police about her, or you talk to the court about her, or you talk to some lawyer about her, you have to start from the beginning because nobody knows who she is. Literally nobody. Outside of YouTube, not a single person has ever heard of this individual before. Okay? If you go on her Discord or YouTube, whatever, everyone there is from Scotland or freaking Yugoslavia. No one's from America. Like very few. And it's just a collection of some of the biggest degenerates. I don't care how many fans you have. If that's your fan base, you might as well just give up. You might as well give up. None of them live around it. And I said this in the impromptu live earlier. I was in the courthouse today. I'm sitting down there. Court officer comes over to me and just goes, keep up the good work with Monica Cannon-Grant, he said to me. And I'm like, this is before court had even started. So like, this is before the name Turtle Boy was brought up a million times or anything like that. He just recognized me. And I was flattering when you hear that. You're like, yes. And you're like, because that's my kind of guy right there. The average court officer in Massachusetts, the average cop walking the beat, firefighter, whatever, teacher, you name it. Like those are my kind of people. And that's who I like appeal to, and that's who I want to read the blog, and that's who is reading the blog, clearly. And we're making a difference because we're taking down bad guys one by one around here. Like nobody else is doing this. Nobody else is exposing hoaxes and grifters like Turtle Boy is, and no one has, quite frankly, in quite some time. It's like the Boston Spotlight team 20 years ago.
I have intel that she's streaming right now, and she just showed photos and brought the victim's name up again.
Oh.
That's real good.
So that's smart. So that's definitely going to help her. So, so this individual went to the police and or went to the court and got filed for a harassment order and harassment prevention order. And to do that, you have to have 3 instances of harassment. They have to be malicious, and they have to put fear in the victim. Well, guess what? She had at least 3, and that can, like, posting someone's address and information, that's contact. That counts. That's harassment. Like that definitely counts as it.
Can someone do me a favor and post Smile Kyle's link to his YouTube page in here? One of the moderators named Smile Kyle. I need to see the link to his YouTube page. If you guys would, someone post the link in here so I can click on it and see it.
And she has addressed this woman by name several times before on her whatever. She has posted her intimate photos before and all this stuff. And it's just like, when does this end? So this person's like, goes down, tries to get an order, explains her case, and gets the order ex parte. That hardly ever happens. And so there was about 2 weeks off until her next hearing. And all you have to do during those 2 weeks, I've had stupid temporary orders put on me. When Janetti got an order on me a year ago, a stupid one, if you'll recall, Deb, there was a live show in which I let Brett do all the talking whenever we talked about Janetti. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, Mark Radazzi has advised me, don't talk about him. Just be on the safe side. Just temporary, whatever. And then, okay, so I didn't talk to her. She's incapable of doing that because she's so obsessed with me. She thinks she has to like prove that like, you're not going to silence me. She thinks I'm behind this all. I'm not. And I want to be very clear, Kate. You have gone out of your way, think about this, to hurt people whose only crime is what? Being associated with me? Like that's the crime? You think they should be punished for that? You've hurt innocent people. What did this person do to you? Nothing. They did nothing to you. And you've intentionally tried to damage them psychologically, drive them into a hole mentally. You didn't care about causing fear in this individual. You didn't care about any of that because you're like, I'm getting back at Aiden. That's how I'm doing this. And this person decided that she was going to go down and get this. And she had all the evidence. She had the instances of posting about her, the pictures. She had the malice, obviously. This is all malicious. What else is it? And she had the January 5th police report in which it specifically said the victim is in fear. Done. So it gets granted on the spot, 2 weeks. And Kate can't stop talking about this. She keeps talking about it. And the other night on her program, I have so many videos here. Let me see if I can find it. But she basically said, like, she's not going to stop. I'll pull up just to show you how cocky this individual is. Let me bring up a couple clips here. Audio.
Can't really.
The police are like, we got a call from them. They said them, plural, because I know it's Aiden calling too. Did you schedule a video for September 3rd? Yep. He's like, are you still going to broadcast it? Yep. First Amendment. Have a nice day.
Yeah, the thing about, so basically she's like telling the cops, like, yeah, I'm not going to take anything down. Fuck you. I'm Kate Peter.
The one who disseminated them, right?
And so she's like very obsessed with, and she basically tells the police, like, she thinks she's untouchable. Like, I'll just keep doing this. And as long as I don't directly contact this individual, I'll be golden. But then she went ahead and she did this. Okay, let me play this for you. This is the part where she screwed up on.
I will not have to take down your pictures because it's not covered under a harassment order. I don't give a fuck. The only reason
I'm not going to take down whose pictures?
Her.
Your pictures. She's talking to the victim there. That's direct contact. That was a fuck up when she did that.
pictures are up is because Aiden is in them. You are expendable, changeable, your face here situation. It could have been anyone in those pictures, right? The fact is that Aiden is constantly engaged in extramarital affairs, and we're putting it out there because that's what he does to everyone else. If you really don't want other people involved, Aiden, stop saying that my children motherfucking molest each other for stuff.
All right, so there you go. So she's not, so that right there is what's called a violation of a harassment prevention order. And the Boston police were made aware of it, and they have filed a criminal complaint that will be heard in front of a clerk magistrate. Or maybe a summons. I don't know exactly how this works. The judicial system moves slowly. But pro tip, if you have a hearing coming up and you violate your order before the hearing and the police file a criminal complaint against you, that is not good for your case, okay? And so today she had her hearing and she's been basically violating this order nonstop for the last 2 weeks. So I get there around, I don't know, by the way, the traffic Worcester to Boston in the freaking pouring rain. Oh, it's so fun. It's so fun. Let me tell you, it took me like 2.5 hours. Great. But I got there and I get in there and the victim is there and I'm not sitting with the victim because this is her show. I'm just there to observe. I like to report on criminals. This individual, Kate Peters, is a criminal. We're there to report on that and see what happens. And she has an attorney, a really sharp lady by the name of Katie Faye. And funny story, Deb, about a year ago, her daughter was featured on Turtle Boy for a good reason. Her daughter came on the live show. I'll save that for another day. Real sweetheart. The dad is a scumbag, but you guys can figure out what story that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so they're there together, and I'm just there to watch. So I'm sitting there at the bench, and all of a sudden, who do I see in the hallway? Yeah.
Who did you see?
That would be a gentleman by the name of Jose DeCastro, aka ChilleDeCastro. Now I don't know this guy, but I've seen him a million times. I have spoken to him before through Lauren Laguna. She tried to get us to like talk to each other, and I mean I was very honest with Chille when I told him, I'm like, I'm not a fan of what you do. I don't like your anti-police bias. I disagree with it completely. And it was weird because we kind of like agreed to disagree on that. And I'm just like, as
adults do.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever your issues are with Kate, they're yours. Okay. I'm not going to collaborate. That's not what I do. I'm not one of these like enemy of my enemy is my friends things, because I represent myself and only myself. I've learned over time that like the more people you attach to your brand, the more they can harm your brand. Not saying you would necessarily, but like I can only control myself. And so I don't want anyone else attached to my brand but me. And that's fine. But as it turns out, he is filing a lawsuit. Did you know this, against Kate?
Oh, I think I heard rumors of that.
He's filing like a defamation lawsuit against Kate and Josh Abrams, who I guess they don't like each other now. And it's in federal court because he's from like West Coast. Mm-hmm. And so he came to Boston to do it, and he's got to serve Kate. And so he was watching my show when I mentioned that she has court date 9:00 on Tuesday. She has not been talking much about this court date because she knows she's in trouble. She's in a serious situation. She had to pay for a lawyer for this shit. So anyway, or where was I with this stuff? I'm like telling crazy stories.
You distracted me, dude.
Yeah. So anyway, so ChilleDeCastro, he shows up there, and I'm like, okay. He brought a guy with him who was wearing sunglasses the whole time. Interesting character. I shit you not. They came down and they sat next to me, okay, on this bench. We were in like a side bench, and there's like looking at all the benches in the middle. And he sits down next to me. And then I get a text message from him. Because I have his number through Lauren.
Since you guys, plan to meet up in our best friends.
Yeah, and he goes, "Are you here?"
Turn left.
I'm like, dude, I'm right here, dude. He's like, "Oh, you're Turtle Boy." I'm like, that's how well we know each other. He's sitting next to me. He didn't know it was me. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, and so he's like, "Is she even here?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's her over there." And so he goes over there and he attempts to serve her, and it doesn't go very well because like a court officer jumped in, and then I don't even know what happened. He got spoken to, and he had to go back to his seat. And I told Chille at that point, I'm like, don't take this the wrong way, no offense, but I'm gonna go sit over there. And I went and sat in the back row because I'm like, I want to make it very clear to anyone, like I'm here to watch the court proceedings. I'm here, and that's it. I'm not here to like participate in whatever your issues with her are your issues, my issues are mine, and we're gonna keep them separate. It happens to be worlds colliding right now in this courtroom, but we are completely separate. So I went and sat somewhere else, and then the other guy with the sunglasses there, he attempts to serve her, and while he's doing that, Chille's taping it. And they both get yelled at for that because you can't tape in a courtroom. And then he starts yelling about how you can tape in a courtroom. It's Constitution. And so they get escorted out. I don't know what the hell happened out there. It was a long conversation. It took like 15 minutes. But then the judge makes an announcement. He goes, I want you to let whoever you kicked out, I want you to let them back in. This is an open courtroom and anyone could be here. Like he like went out of his way to be like, I want Chille in here. I'm like, okay, this guy This guy follows the rules. You know, he's a strict constitutionalist. I like that. So if I didn't even get the judge's name, to be honest with you, but he seemed pretty fair. And we heard a couple other orders before that. And then it was time for the victim to go up with Krusty Panties. Now, if you were Krusty Panties in this, what would your defense be, Deb? What would your defense be?
That I wanted to embarrass Aiden and not you, and you're just there.
See, that wouldn't be a good defense, though. I mean, like, that's what
You didn't ask me for a good one. You just said it's
like, well, I struggle with this, and that's why I'm like, if I was, she hired a lawyer.
Yeah.
It was like a Walmart lawyer. It wasn't a good one. It was this young feminist-looking chick who said she was scared of me for some reason.
The one to hang out in front of the courthouse begging for work.
Dude, I'm wearing like pants. I never wear pants. Like these have a button on them. Like I don't even have an elastic band on these waistbands. Like, dude, this is serious. I'm not here to get in a fight. Trust me. I'm not gonna beat you up, lady. I promise. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm not a massage therapist. Okay, I'm not gonna do anything to you. She was not good. Okay, she thought she was, but it was very clear that I think Kate has been giving her misinformation or not the whole story because she seemed caught off guard. The lawyer seemed somewhat unprepared. I did apply to get the testimony. Hopefully we'll have it in a couple days and we'll be able to play it. But like the late Lawz says, that judge gave me a ton of leeway. He did. I mean, he was very by the book. I've never seen someone get kicked out of a courtroom before and then the judge orders them back in. It was bizarre.
Yeah, that's weird. Usually you're out, yeah.
So they get up there and they start doing their thing, okay? And they start, it starts off with the victim and she gave her whole statement. And let me tell you, dude, it was powerful. Like, it was like legitimate, authentic tears coming from, like, you could feel the pain in her voice about what this woman has done to her. And like you said, Deb, it's the collateral damage aspect of it, which Kate has admitted on her thing before. She's literally said, you're just collateral damage. We got the clips. She said that. You're just collateral damage. And so she's like crying and she's up there and it's not good. Like, it's a legitimate, authentic cry. And that matters to judges, you know, because that, like, you tell, like, because you have to have legitimate fear. And that, like, what you saw, it was not an act. It was very legitimate. And so Kate, you know, she's just standing there, all 6'2" of her. And, you know, the lawyer for the victim is explaining her side of the story and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then it's Kate's attorney's turn and she starts explaining her side of the story. Now, so much freaking happened. This was like an hour-long thing. I tried to write down as much as I can, but I would say that the argument of the main crux of their argument is Monica Lewinsky. That is like what Kate was going, like that was her primary argument, was that like, I'm a public figure, akin to Bill Clinton.
Just like Bill Clinton.
So therefore, anyone
just like
who
Bill
they
Clinton
perceive to be involved in my personal life or extracurricular affairs, right? Any individual involved in that could get the Monica Lewinsky treatment, like throwing name out there and blah, 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 blah. Except I'm not Bill Clinton, okay? Like, it's like, what?
Bitch, I don't even have a blue check mark on Twitter. Fucking call me.
Yeah, and nobody posted Monica Lewinsky's news. Like, nobody did anything like that. Nobody posted Monica Lewinsky's address. That never happened, okay? So there's a little bit different there. That was her primary argument with this. And they asked, they got to cross-examine the victim. And it did not go well, because you do not want to badger a victim who's crying already, okay? It is a bad look. Even if you're a female attorney and you have a female client, when your female client is like 6 foot tall, it's not good. And so she began asking, you know, kind of hinting at her, like the real, you are a victim, but you're really victimized by Aiden Carney. She wanted to make this entire thing about me.
Yep, she tried to make it all about Aiden.
Single time that my name was brought up, or Turtle Boy's name was brought up, which was almost every sentence. Their entire plan was just to talk about me, like you mentioned. Like, that was their plan. And the victim's attorney just said, objection, relevance. And it was like immediate. Sustained. Objection, sustained. Objection, sustained. Like, all of them. And it was just like, so every question that they attempted to ask was just cut off midway, and you're not going to talk about that because they kept talking about like, they kept asking her like, "Are you, like sexually active?" I don't know. She's like, "Have you had sex with him? Like, have you done this with him?" Like all these horror, like
Your fucking business.
yeah, like this, like, and it's just like, so your plan is to slut shame the victim, and you think this is going
That's
to
gonna
work
go
out
right?
well for you?
She lost. It did not
You
go
paid
well.
for this Walmart attorney? Jesus Christ! Like that
I
was
was
the
thinking it wouldn't
plan.
be seen as slut shaming because it was a woman attorney. But like,
Yeah, but she just gave it to her. And so one of the first questions she asked.
You guys do me a favor. Everybody hit the like button real quick. See the like button right here. Just reach down and hit the like button just real fast. Good to see you, Gloria. Good to see you, Todd. How's everybody doing? Hit the like button real fast. 60 likes. Just hit the like real fast. Just take a second if you would, please. And let's finish watching this with Turtle Boy and see what he has to say.
How'd the pictures get out? Like, where'd the pictures get out? And she goes, "Did you send them out?" And she's like, "No." She's like, "Well, then Eden must have sent them out." And it was objection. It's like, it doesn't matter how they got out. It really doesn't matter how they got out because there's only one person posting them on the internet. That is Kate Peter. And she's been doing it now for 8 months or so. And so that needs to stop because that is harassment and it needs to stop. It's not free speech to do that. It's harassment and it's criminal and you can't do that. Posting, like, you did not have her permission to do that. You can't just keep doing it as a way to like hurt her, which is clearly malicious in intent and designed to cause her fear and intimidation. It satisfies all the criteria for a restraining order. And so she kept asking her, like, how did the pictures get there? And it's like, and her argument was, right? She actually asked the victim, "Where did you first see them?" Like, she's like, where were they posted on your client's thing? And she goes, "Well, they were posted other places too, weren't they?" And she goes, "No, it was only on yours." Like it was just like the ultimate backfire.
Like
Like
she
nope.
assumed other people would pick it up and start.
Yeah.
doing it.
And she goes, "Well, how do you know it wasn't posted on? Do you go to every website on the internet?" It's like, it's not up to her to prove that. If you have evidence that it was posted on other pages. So their whole argument was, these pictures are everywhere. Everyone's sharing these pictures. I'm just one of millions of people. It's like, no, there's only one person, who is obsessed with sharing these. Her name is Kate Peter, and she is a bully, and that is what she's doing. She's trying to hurt this innocent woman over there.
That's right.
Because of a perceived association with me.
That's right.
And so they're going to try to paint, like I am, like they keep bringing me up in this, like Eden's got to be united. Have you ever stopped to consider?
Yeah,
have you ever thought
they
about
continually,
that? I know you're a little
like,
obsessed with me. Stop thinking about me for 1 minute.
Just go back to
Okay,
my
let's
chair
talk.
over here.
Have you thought about the effects on this woman? Do you care about that at all?
They just kept
What-
on bringing
she's done
up
nothing, dude.
Aiden.
Literally nothing.
I mean, the lawyer.
And you are dedicated to hurting her as much as you can, right?
The lawyer, Kate's lawyer, just continually kept bringing up Turtle Boy Sports. Is this because of Aiden? Is this because you're here because of Aiden? And Aiden here from Turtle Boy is 100% correct. We went up, Zaner and I, and we served her right when she got called. When they called her to the courtroom, Zaner and I walked right up to the front, and he walked up to her and said, "You've been served," and he gave her the documents. Well, she was like, "Oh, I'm not going to touch the documents," and that dunce cap. And then, so then, just so you guys know, you remember when he said a second ago that the security guards grabbed Zane and I and they walked us out? They did, because we walked into the gallery when Kate got called, because I wanted to film Kate being served with Zane serving her. And then when we walked out with the bailiffs, the bailiff was really actually super cool. He was a cool dude. I mean, look, I know we have problems with these guys who wear badges, but this bailiff, he was dope. He goes, here's what he said. He goes, "Listen, guys, it's my last year of work." This is what he started off with. He goes, "Listen, guys, it's my last year at this job. I'm retiring." That's what he started off with. And he goes, "I need you guys to be cool." And he goes, "You want to know how to serve that? I'll tell you how to serve it as long as you're cool. I'll tell you how to serve it, and you'll serve it. And no matter what she says, the proper service will be perfect. Do you agree?" And Zane and I said, "Yeah, We agree. And then he said exactly how to serve her with the paperwork. And then we went back in, and then Zaner, right before he served her, the lawyer for her, who was just this little snot shit, one of those people who only went to law school so that they could get in the top 1%. And the lawyer, she starts going on and on and on. She starts going on and on and on and saying how, this guy Turtle Boy is here and he's brought his friends to come and back him up because really they're harassing Kate. I stood up in the middle of the courtroom. Aiden was there and I said, no, that's not true. I'm not with him and I'm not with her. And then I sat back down. The judge did not say a single word to me. I'm talking not a word. I stood up in the middle of the courtroom and said, no, I'm not with him, pointing at Turtle Boy, and I'm not with her, the defendant. And then I shut up. And the judge, I was looking for some water that I could walk on after that, because every time I've ever interrupted a judge, I get shut your mouth from like 15 different people. It happens in like 2 seconds flat. Shut your mouth, shut your mouth. But just so you guys know, I only released a little tiny clip of Kate. We're going to keep that stuff. She's horrifically bad. She's bad. She's a bad person. And, I'm still in Boston. Obviously, I'm in a hotel here. The other shoe drops real quick here for those people who decided they thought that the legal system would be a great big joke and that they wouldn't have to deal with the legal repercussions, and they have a rude awakening coming. They have a very rude awakening coming tomorrow. The other shoe drops, and then I just can't wait. I cannot wait. But and then just a few other people should be put on notice here, because as soon as we get the dot and the I, cross the T's on this one, there's a couple other people we're doing next. So, you know what I'm saying?
To making her suicidal, there was some heavy shit that came out in court today, and even Kate said, "I had no idea, I was doing that." She never once thought about the impact that her actions were having on this woman. And so
you're not blocked.
She also asked the victim, she was reading off from a speech that she was reading out loud. She goes, "Who wrote that for you? Did Aiden Carney write that for you?" Objection. And then she goes, "Were you coached to say that by your lawyer?" It's who isn't coached to say something by their lawyer? Well, first of all, it's who doesn't get advice from their lawyer? What are you talking about?
The whole purpose of the lawyer.
Of course you do. It's what is this, your first day on the job, rookie? Jesus Christ. Other things that we're saying. So now I will say, she tried to get out of this by saying, Your Honor, he came, and I debated whether or not I wanted to show up, because I was worried of if I show up, they're going to try to make this all about me. But they're going to do it either way.
They did. They tried to make it all about.
I want to be there to support the victim.
They did. They made it all about him.
Report on this. And so basically, her whole goal was to just keep pointing to me. But when Chille showed up, I'm like, oh, fuck. No offense, Chille. But I'm they're going to make this. I knew what they were going to do. They are going to make this about me, right? They're going to try to make this about in my relationship with Chille.
They tried.
And thus the victim's relationship. And she actually said the victim brought all these men with him today. It's and that's when Chille literally stood up. When we get this audio,
I told you
in the courtroom, when he goes, "Nope, came here on my own."
Told you. I told you. I stood up right. I told you.
That very clear. I am here to serve a different purpose, to serve.
Yeah.
So they just kept trying to tie us to these people.
I told you.
But at the same time, do they not understand how that looks to the judge? Why are you this drama magnet, Kate Peter?
Yeah,
why are you
not remorseful? Why?
Yeah, okay, so you're going after this woman, and then meanwhile you got this guy from California in here serving you. What the hell is going on in your life where this shitstorm is happening constantly?
Right? Yeah.
How fucked up are you? So anyway, did Arroyo win? Tell me Arroyo did not win. Tell me the rate.
He's 50% now.
What does that mean? He is 50%. Oh, so we got if that rapist wins, I swear to God, Jesus Christ, there's no hope. But anyway,
That can't be right.
so I think Zane was the other guy, right?
Yeah.
So they were just there to serve her.
Did someone put the name of the
Other
judge?
things, let me see. I wrote down some other things that happened in court today.
Yeah, I stood up right in court.
So Kate also lied to her attorney. She told the attorney that she only posted one image of the victim. And she's like, there's only one image of the victim.
I
And
love
then
when people start off lying to their lawyers.
the victim's attorney goes, Your Honor, and she brings up Masshole Report's stream, which they're doing right now, which has 3 images of the woman on the cover photo and a restaurant where the woman goes to, like, frequently. Like, and so to like scare her, like, we're watching you, whatever. Like, that's up on there. She's like, we're gonna come and blah 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 blah. So it's like, are you kidding me? And so, guess what their excuse for that was? How do you explain that? That there's 3 things up there. She goes, that page says Troll Mafia. My client runs Masshole Report. It's like, oh, we're really doing this?
Really?
She renamed it like 2 days ago, bitch. Like, are you
Right.
kidding me?
Oh shit.
Are you saying? She goes, anybody? That could have been anyone that posted that.
And
It's
don't
like,
be that fucking big of a loser.
oh, yeah,
Wow, that's why
you're
she
desperate
changed
now,
her
huh?
name.
That's what you're down to. What else we got? What else other things that happened there? Yeah, so every time the Walmart attorney attempted to bring up my situation, like, she brought up the mother of my children. Like, why are you talking about her in this? Like, what purpose does that serve? Every time that happened, the judge would interrupt and say, this is about her. I don't care about any of this stuff. Like, this is it doesn't matter what your motive is. Nothing. How do you explain what you're doing to this person? Like, how do you explain it? That's what I want to hear. She also said that, that she invited Chille. So Kate finally got to talk. Okay. So she cross-examined the witness who just fucking killed it. Just did the victim who just killed it, who just did excellent. And then she goes and talks to Kate's turn. I'm like, there's no way they're going to put Kate on the stand. Like, the whole purpose of having an attorney here is to shut Kate the fuck up because she can't stop talking. And she did the micro machine voice, where she's like, Your Honor, extramarital affairs and insipidus and serendipity and blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, I didn't understand a word she was saying, neither did the judge. And she starts saying, like, and the judge kept having to cut her off. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you are not, I know that you think you're smart, Kate, because you go on your YouTube channel and you talk really fast and you use multiple syllable words, and the morons on there are like, oh yeah, she must be smart. She's a Yankee. Yeah. Yankees use big words out there up in
No, she's not smart.
Well, guess what, Kate? Like, you're not actually, you don't actually know anything about the legal system, which is weird because you spent so much time in probate court. But yeah, let's see. We also have here, let's see. We saw one of the court offers from the Genetti hearing. I'm like, you're the guy from the Genetti tape, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And so, yeah, so Kate's, it was finally, he hears all of this, and then my attorney, her attorney, the victim's attorney did not cross-examine Kate Peter. And I'm like sitting there and I'm like, oh shit. Like, I'm not an attorney. I'm not the expert. She is.
That's right, Chevy.
And I'm like,
that's right, Chevy.
You could play the tape right now. You could do this right now. You could do this. And she just stopped, and I wondered why that was. And now it makes sense to me. Is because attorneys, good attorneys, can feed off of a judge, right? They know it. They can tell by a judge's mannerisms, their behavior, the way they're talking. They can tell the way it's going. So they could tell, like, she could tell, like, basically, I'm ahead right now. Quit while you're ahead. Don't ask and don't do anything else. Let them sink themselves. And that is exactly what they did. Basically, they argued First Amendment, that they can say, if you lie to your attorney, everyone looks dumb. And she did lie to her attorney multiple times. And the poor Walmart attorney there didn't know what the hell she was doing. Like, she was like, dude, I don't know what the hell Kate told her. She probably told her.
He's not a lawyer. He's a reporter.
Like her
he
followers. Like,
he literally works as a reporter for the
person.
Massachusetts area.
Looking at me the whole time, like, where's he at? What's he doing? Blah, blah, blah. Bitch, I'm just sitting here. I'm just trying to watch the proceedings. And so after it's all over, and it's like 45 minutes of this, Finally, the judge just goes, no questions asked, no deliberation, nothing. He goes, I'm going to grant the order for a year.
That's it, just
done.
like that. It was just
and
like
then
that.
they walk out. And so Kate cannot go anywhere near this woman or have any communication with her or do any of the things in the next calendar year. And it's my understanding that she's doing a live right now, which is wicked smart. I mean, just keep thin ice is out there. Just keep skating on it. Keep skating on it. You're already facing criminal charge. I mean, this is great. I love this. Like, she's literally so obsessed with me that she's going to get herself a charge. Like, it's amazing. When's the idiot going to realize she ain't never going to penetrate Turtle Nation? Yeah, it's like in this whole thing, like 7 or 8 months ago, there were people out there who thought like, oh, this is the end of Turtle Boy. He's going down this. It looks like Kate's got a little storm of her own, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I'm coming after her.
El Nino or something.
Yeah, El Nino. So,
Turned around.
she has been talking a lot, and I have some of the screens. Let's see what some of the things that she's saying over here.
Well, that's all fine and dandy, but the simple fact of the matter is that there are some people in life that if you do them wrong, you know, for me, I'm just reliving being bullied as a kid and then becoming tough enough to get vengeance for the bullies who picked on me. And that took a number of years. I was bullied all the way up till 12, 13 years old. So there's some people in this world that if you cross them, they won't let it go. And this person has done enough now where I want to take her channel down. And that's what I'm aiming to do. That's why I'm still in Boston, because there's a couple more legal maneuvers we're doing. To get her channel taken down. And I'm going to take down Josh's channel as well. So all those people who support the guy who's accused of rape. And then I did get some research today about that guy that I think Rights On is going to release that later. But I got a lot of information today about Josh Abrams. And Josh may think that things are hunky-dory, but probably this next week, within the next week or so, his channel may come down. Both of his channels, not just one, both. Because what he did was he streamed from both channels and defamed me from both channels, harassed me and stalked me from both channels. And so now he's going to have to face the repercussions of what he did that was illegal. And hopefully we can get him criminally charged. So we'll see. But you know, this woman has her own storm because she awoken the sleeping giant inside of me. And I said, you know what? I've had enough. And so now we're gonna deal with her.
In the Discord. Let's see what people are saying.
Discord's such a fucking hot mess.
I know. It's like, talk about losers there.
Jesus
so
Christ. It's like, you think YouTube's bad, guys? Go on Discord.
Well, it's just her incel army, you know? Let's see. So this is what Kate says about it on Discord. She's the red. The judge, in my opinion, exercised prior restraint. So she's smarter than the judge. So she knows more than the judge does. Let's see what other people are saying in there. They're really mad about me. They're saying, anyone else hope he hydroplanes into a tree? Oh, okay. No, sorry, guys. Gonna keep living instead. How about that? Turtle Boy spouting his bitch. We can have a fundraiser to get her a new one. I just want to know how many victims Kate will have laying at her feet when she is finally able to update us.
Wow.
What that's supposed to mean.
Wow.
Kate is tough as nails. I mean, this is what an actual cult looks like. People that say shit like this. Or how about this one? They asked her, are you going to go live tonight? She goes, I'm being told not to, but I kind of want to drop, but I was going to drop anyway. Yes, do it, girl. Yeah, definitely. Keep talking. That will definitely help you. Sure. Kill Shot Kate. He does not want that live stream to happen. I really don't care. Like, I really just don't care, and neither does anyone else about anything that you're doing because you don't matter and nobody cares about any of this stuff.
I care. I care.
And so they're trying to push this angle that I'm behind the RO, and they just have completely forgotten about the fact that there's a victim here, and the victim has rights, and the victim is exercising those rights, and they're taking action. Think about what happened today and what has been happening since a couple days after it was scheduled, and then think about what I don't even know what the hell she's saying there, but what else is she saying? She goes, doesn't violate. Basically, she's saying I can talk about her. The judge in my, I can talk about her, but I can't talk to her. And so all these idiots on here are giving like legal advice, blah, blah, blah. Kate can appeal this. Kate says she's going to appeal it, which is freaking hilarious. It's not going to work. I've never heard of anyone appealing a restraining order. Good luck with that. Well, here we go. Yeah, she goes, honestly, the odds that I appeal are getting higher by the hour.
Oh, they are?
Please do it. I dare you. I dare you. That would be freaking hilarious if you did that. What else we got? I think you have a couple of videos, right? So there was, why don't we listen to some of those? So there's this function on Discord called Voice. And Kate went on Voice today, I guess. And we had these tapes sent to us of kind of explaining to her followers exactly what happened. Can we play one?
Sure.
All right.
Any donos?
Yeah, let me check the donuts. Let me see.
What are donos?
I got a couple. I'll bring them up here.
Oh, I guess Liz is gone, huh? Thanks, Greg. I appreciate it.
Look who the first one's from.
I appreciate that, Greg. Thanks, dude. Yeah, you know, thanks for the super chats, guys. I really appreciate that. Thank you. It's not free speech to harass somebody and to cause them problems in their life. It's not free speech to call their friends and family and harass them, to call their previous employers, previous investors, previous jobs, previous girlfriends, previous boyfriends. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. But that's not free speech. It's not free speech to come in here and call me names and be a jerk. You didn't build up a following. You didn't do that. If you build up your own following, then you can go and do all the things you want to do in your own rooms. But I built up this following. It's taken me a year to get almost 50,000 subs on YouTube. And so, you know, just going with what we see today, you know, it's not like it's a free speech issue. It's a harassment issue. It's a disgusting issue. And I'm sorry that this, you know, I just can't wait for this to be done, this part, because when I leave here, you guys remember, then everything's going to be done by mail and telephonically. And so we won't have all this drama, but it sucks. You know, this sucks wasting our time doing this because there's a mission here and we're on it and I'm going to finish it. So let's tune back in and see what he's saying here.
Jay Peter sends $25 and says, thanks for my new glamour shot. Oh, okay, no problem, K. Peter. Then we have Bobby sends 25, says, I would love to see KP give law school a rip. Well, first of all, she has to, like, does she even have a high school degree yet? I don't even know. She definitely doesn't have a
I feel
bachelor's.
like she has like a GED or something. Maybe.
Something, yeah.
She's a bad person.
My guess is the 32 minutes.
Thank you, Chevy. Thank you, Gloria.
I don't know.
Knight Rider, good to see you, buddy. Smile, DeFreak.
Yeah,
How you guys doing,
yeah,
DeFreak? Good to see you. RM, good to see you.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me change my mic here. Okay, I don't know why it keeps doing that, but all right. Anyway, where'd it go? So they had the thing up there. Okay, there it is. Says, I would love to give, I'd love to see her misplaced overconfidence in herself is just going to get her charged and convicted. A good ADA is going to shove this right down her throat with their crummy lawyer. Absolutely to that. 7 says, shout out to the guy at Wendy's that gave my wife a free large chocolate frosty because I was wearing Turtle Boy merch. Absolutely. Oh, come on.
Oh, these are.
You want a large chocolate frosty? How am I not supposed to make a joke about that? I'll give you a large chocolate frosty. Okay, I'm paying it for it. We're all turned. Okay, thank you very much, 7 pound. I appreciate that very much.
Nice, thanks to Freak. I appreciate that, man.
So I can be the alpha here. Okay, cool. So we have some tapes. So let me pull this up and.
All right, good. It's really low.
I think it picks up.
I'm fairly certain that it would be easy to argue. I had no intention of contacting her message to her. Like, that's just
Is that really?
Truth.
Oh, there we go.
I started off the story by saying essentially that, you know, I know, and this is an issue for the courts, but I am fully aware that Aiden went to her and told her, grab this order up, you know, she put out your pictures, you'll make her take down your pictures, and it'll protect me because she's testifying.
Hold on a second. Hey, Ronald, I'm all for your rights. I'm not for people coming in here and being a total dick and taking away from what I'm doing. You know, Ronald, if you want to build up a page and build up a following and then let people say whatever they want to you when you're doing what you're doing, you're welcome to do so. But I'm not banning anybody's free speech. There's people in here who are just absolutely horrifically bad. They're just bad people. They don't want to, they're not here for free speech. They're here to disrupt what we're doing. So that's why, you know, it is what it is.
Buying civil cases and all the shit that he usually does, right? So I said, no, fuck you. I was not ordered to take down your pictures. I did say your pictures. I'm not taking down your pictures, right? So they're trying to construe that as me making contact with her. It's very flimsy, which is why, you know, well, I'm assuming I haven't been arrested, because if it was a clear violation, like that, they usually put out a warrant for your arrest. I'm assuming that it will probably go to a magistrate's hearing, at which point they'll decide whether or not to arraign me. Even if they arraign me, I'm fairly certain that I could, you know, get that resolved fairly quickly without too much fucking trauma, because it's not
really?
the end of the world.
Nope.
But, you know, it's a choice of words on it.
Nope.
I gotta go back to work real quick.
You heard that? It's a poor choice of words.
I
on my
haven't
part. She
seen it,
admits
True
right
North.
there that she knows that she was not supposed to say that, and she said it anyway. She knows that was the clip we were talking about earlier, where she said, we're not taking on your pictures. That's a violation. She's like, it's no big deal. Whatever. I'll just talk my way out of it. Well, you didn't think you were going to get this far, did you? You didn't think you were going to get an order in the first place. You could play a little more.
Did they issue her did they give her the order?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They
Like,
should.
Yeah.
Some geniuses. Some real geniuses over here.
Like all of this, like I'm not the only one who thinks this. I feel like all of this is absolute bullshit. And if he wins this one, he's gonna think he's gonna win every single other one, and win everybody else over. But you know, that's. Oh yeah, no, this started before the criminal hearing, where you know the judge literally tried to impose a plea deal that included potentially 2 years of prison for a woman, and a bevy of other, stipulations, to keep her out of jail. That included staying off social media and submitting to a mental health evaluation for things that she didn't do. Now, one of the things that Aiden had the girlfriend.
So she's talking about Chrissy here.
I'm betting on
And
DS.
Chrissy is, remember, Chrissy, last time she was in court, was sentenced to 2 years in prison, suspended sentence, and no internet. Or she could take it to trial. And she chose to take it to trial. And so Kate's whole thing here, and the victim, in this case, spoke at that one too, because she's a victim of Chrissy. Chrissy and Kate were the ones who started distributing and posting those images without anyone's consent. And that is and they intended to hurt this individual. That's why they did it. And so this individual has a right to speak as a victim at Chrissy's thing. I did not tell this person to come. She wanted to go because, believe it or not, other people are affected by your behavior. Other people get hurt by this, actually hurt by it. And you don't feel the least bit of compassion for them because you're just focusing on me. You're convinced that I'm putting them up this. Well, I'm not. You're actually fucking hurting human beings. People have free will. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. I can't make anyone do this. They're choosing to do this. So you can keep playing.
Yeah, he's got some good points.
Accused this woman of doing, they turned around and accused me of doing an harassment order with a similar result. You know, the judge is like, oh my God, this poor woman. So I just feel like especially up the 23rd, no, because it was during court. What's that? Wait, officially first now, or does it not count because it was technically like at a court hearing that had nothing to do with what was going on? Yeah, no, that was not proper service by any stretch of the imagination.
All these people. So Deb, time out.
Okay.
So pretty much all these people want to talk about is Chille. They're kind of bored with me. All they care about is Chille all the time. If you go on her Discord, there's a whole thread about Chille that's just insane. These people wake up every day and they're like, Chille.
You need a person to like fucking focus all their energy on. They have to.
It's like, imagine living in Scotland or whatever, and like you're just worried about Chille. Like what?
Right?
What's Chille?
Oh look, these fucking retarded Americans are talking about dumb shit. Let's get involved. Like,
Yeah,
why?
like you care that much about this? Okay, interesting.
Listen.
But yeah, so let's play some more.
Okay, why did the judge let them go out and back in and go out and back in? Doesn't sound very logical. What was going on there?
No. I I think that the judge, honestly, I don't know. I'm not a fan. James Freeman just asked me if I was going to put the judge's name out when I told the story tonight. Like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't want him contacted is the thing,
Pause it. She's like implying threats to the judge.
Yes,
She's like
she
saying,
is.
like, I'm gonna put the judge's name out there. You think the judge gives a shit if you put their name out there? Like, oh no, masshole troll mafia, something I've never heard of before. He's gonna.
I'm pretty sure judges are used to people being pissed off.
Yeah, he's a
They
fucking.
could,
Yeah, I know, right? He sends people to jail every day, Kate.
like, motherfucker, you write my name on the internet is not a big deal to me.
Like, I might put the judge's name out there. Like, I might do that to him. You think he gives a
Yeah.
fuck? Who do you think you are? Like, seriously.
Right?
Yeah.
Do that too. Thanks.
Play some more. Play some more.
Well, don't we already know that? I mean, I feel like, to a certain extent, do I have a legitimate right to question this guy in his, official capacity? Yeah, and I do. I question the entire thing. I can understand, again, if this woman was receiving unwanted contact from me, or if I was threatening her, or, if I was following her around and, placing her in fear for her physical safety or property damage, right? But none of that was happening. So I do find it ridiculous that a judge essentially ruled in the favor of prior constraint and said that your speech is enough to constitute harassment on another person.
Is that the lawyer?
She called it prior. This is a typical crusty penis. The word she's looking for is actually called prior restraint, not prior constraint. And this is the kind of typical thing she does. So this is like, because I'm familiar with prior restraint.
She's such a dunce cap.
Several of these things before.
She's such a dunce cap.
When a court limits your speech without any due process or anything like that, it's called prior restraint, Kate. And so she's like saying, I've been the victim of prior constraint, and nobody knows what the fuck that means around here anyway. They'll think I'm smart if I say that word over and over again. And it's just so, like, she's like, I'm going to call the judge. I'm smarter than the judge. I knew she was going to do this too. I'm like, there's no way. You should have seen her face when it went, like, the victim. I've never seen somebody so happy because she's like, I have protection now.
Right.
And Kate was just, like, just dead. Like, her soul was dead inside. Like, today, I will guarantee you this. Today was 1,000,000 times harder for her than the day she signed away her 2 kids. I will guarantee you today was a lot more mentally draining for her.
I put a lot of pressure on her.
Sadder for her than the day that she lost her 2 kids forever. So there's that.
I put a ton of pressure on her. So I was talking to someone earlier, just so you guys know, I'm going to come back to this Turtle Boy video. But I was talking to someone earlier on the phone, and, for some reason, and I think that the people who are here who have seen me do these audits where I put cops in handcuffs, or I walk up to Border Patrol who's got someone pulled over, or I just speak out loud in a courtroom, or whatever I do, there seems to be this crazy, I don't understand it, but there's something I've tapped into here that I can't explain. I've never seen the things that I do get done, and so it's inspiring, and at the same time, it's humbling and scary, and it's not understanding. I don't understand it. So Kate Peters today, when I went into the courtroom, she was sitting there, and when I walked in the courtroom, because the courtroom, it's sideways. The door to the courtroom is on the side. So you walk in, and everybody's facing this way. And when I walked in the courtroom today, court had just started, and when I walked in, it was almost like someone dropped a book. Everybody turned and looked at me. And I was like, that's pretty weird. And then I walked right up to Kate Peters, right up to her, because Zane had I can't serve her legally. I walked right up to her and I said, you wanted my attention, and now I'm suing you. And I walked away from her. So, I said, I'm coming after you legally. And it was crazy because 20 people of the court were watching. It was crazy. I don't even understand it. It's surreal, some of the things that I'm living through that I can't understand. So, but let me just say something. When I walked up to her today and I said to her, I'm coming after you legally. I'm suing you, and I'm going to keep on coming after you legally. That's what that's pretty much the exact words that I said. Her lips started to quiver. I lick my lips all the time. My grandma, I lick my lips all the time. But I saw her visibly like have a reaction to just telling her I was coming after her legally, because I'm not going to threaten her or say anything to her because she wants to put me in jail. Sorry,
I gotta keep such videos.
Require the court's protection, and then slaps an order on me, ordering me to do things that I have not been doing.
Wow, I could have kept so many people away from me.
My recommendation would be for tonight is to sleep on it and maybe not do it tonight for both the judge and maybe the woman in question. That's what I would recommend.
I recommend.
Can always do it tomorrow.
Yeah, this guy's like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Like a week ago.
I don't know. Apparently, if you.
This is Kate's legal team, by the way. This is like this is what she does. Like, she's like, let's advise you. Yeah, those guys know whoever the fuck those guys are. They know what they're talking about.
Accent. He sounds legit. So
imagine waking up in Scotland one day and just be like, oh man, I can't wait to just talk about Chille all day. Like, what? Dude,
I can't wait to discuss American Chille with the fool.
Like, you're in Scotland, go pick up a bagpipe and a kilt.
I know,
and
do
a jig. Yeah. Go play some cricket. I don't know, something, man. But go ahead, play some more. The Storm.
You post someone's unclothed torso a few times on the internet, it constitutes harassment. So I don't even know what it is anymore. My personal approximation of it, he's just putting on a show. You know what I mean? He's just bloviating.
Bloviating.
I never at one point did I feel in fear. You know what I mean? My poor lawyer did, but I guess she's not used to this stuff. For me, man.
Yeah, but he's striking your car, and a week ago, 2 weeks ago he was in Colorado, and a week ago he was in New Hampshire. Now he's in Boston. He specifically came to your area to have a conversation.
What is going on with that comment?
Quote unquote.
I'm messing with it.
Oh, okay. I got confused. Did you change the text?
That's not how you serve somebody.
Yes, I was doing that. I was messing around with it.
It's
All right.
bull stuff.
So-
and it's probably
Okay.
So I want to show you guys something right here. So this is where Kate made a huge mistake. This is where, just so you guys know, this is where Kate Peter made a gigantic mistake. By showing a picture of herself in front of the place where I was staying, it proved she was stalking me. It's not free speech anymore. This picture is the reason why the other shoe drops tomorrow. And this picture is a lot of the reason why her channel is going to be taken down. Watch what happens because of her posting this picture. It's what she did here proves that she's stalking, which she's screwed. This is where I was staying. She went and sat down in the window of the apartment that I was staying in. And obviously the apartment I was staying in didn't belong to me. It belonged to some folks. And so, it is what it is, but that's just the way it is. So
do you have the second video? Let's play some of the second video. The second video is even funnier. It's like, this is what they're doing. Like, they just sit there and voice chat. It's just, wow, this is great. This is great.
Immediately, too, after you got to court, right?
Yeah, just like, let's go in. I mean, these are the voice chat. It's, okay. There it is.
In the name of being aided, yeah.
That probably won't happen because there's nothing in there that said you can't talk about it. You just can't talk to the.
Right. Well, all you have to do is get that one cop, right? This is the same thing with the fucking computer hacking, or what I suspect is happening with this violation bullshit. You get that one cop that goes, well, I can't issue an arrest warrant, but I guess we could put a complaint in and see if it gets through the magistrate, and it'll waste my time, and it'll waste my money, but it will, at the end of the day, illustrate once again, because I've done this more than once with Aiden, that no, you can't fucking bully me. Like, no, you're not going to control what I do, or any more than I'm going to control what you do. It's not.
Pause it for 1 second. I love how she turns the tables around. It's like, you're not going to bully me. I'm the victim. Bitch, you are the bully. You're the one facing a restraining order.
Yes.
No, you're the one facing a restraining order here.
Yes.
You're the one violating it.
Yes.
And she's just like, think of all the people she's called stupid so far in this whole thing. Couple judges, The detective with the Boston police. Oh, this is a stupid cop. They don't know what they're doing. Stupid cop. That's why they didn't put the thing out. You know, it's standard procedure in this whole thing, procedurally to go and, you know, usually they would issue an arrest warrant. This is just going to the magistrate. So this is procedurally not a big deal. And I'm just going to beat it and blah, blah, blah. You thought you were going to beat it today. And then sad face on the way out. Yeah, you left there, gotten served by Chille, which is just the frosting on the cake. That is just great. Play some more.
Is that bits and pieces? I don't know. Is it
Hmm?
I just can't believe
Is
that
that bits and pieces? The southern one?
there's a restraining order around you based on pictures, like posting pictures.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my lawyer was very unhappy. Very unhappy about it. But
Thanks, Dwayne.
Oh, so the lawyer,
yeah, I could ask for redetermination. I could appeal. I could
It was in front of a magistrate, right?
what?
Was it in front of a magistrate?
All of her YouTube lawyers now are going to tell her.
If it's a magistrate, you generally have the right to appeal to a
so
judge.
pause it. So pause it.
I
So this is another one of Kate's legal experts here. I've seen this one in the Discord.
My team of lawyers.
So I know you're really smart, Adelash. So you might have missed the part where I said that these were sent to me. So there's that. I got some tape sent to me. So unlike Chrissy, I don't still go around saying, yeah, I did this. Also, you can't. I know Kate probably schooled you on wiretapping. She's tried to like get me charged with wiretapping a couple times.
Yep.
The key word in wiretapping statutes in the state is secrecy. Okay, you cannot secretly have a conversation on voice chat and Discord that 99% of people are listening to because it's not a secret.
Yeah, right.
Because 99 people are involved in it. But who sent them? Maybe you did. Actually, it was you. It was you. You sent them.
We don't have to answer
So,
to anybody.
It was you. Or how do you know? the person who did
So
this?
just so
How do
you guys know,
know?
this is only
the
the tip of the iceberg. What we're actually doing to Kate, the federal tort lawsuit here in Massachusetts is only one part of what I'm doing to Kate. There are 3 parts. The other part drops tomorrow. So I'm just getting warmed up. I mean, you want my attention? You want to see how you do?
I'm pretty sure that I have the right under this to at least ask for a redetermination or an appeal, but do I really feel like I want to make a concerted effort fighting, you know, essentially the unrestrained right to contact someone that I have never contacted and have no intention to contact? Like, no, it seems like it's a waste of time.
He's trying to divert you so that he can hit you from the other side. You know, like.
I think they are so bad. They want anything that they feel is going to damage my credibility, waste my time, waste my money.
Damage your credibility, honey.
To just kind of quiet
Pause
me
it.
down and,
You-
know,
First of all, there's no they. It's the victim. It's the victim.
Right.
They're the ones getting it. Like, there's no they here. There's no group of people. And second of all, I love how she's acting now. Like, I'm not going to fight it because I don't really care about this because I don't really contact.
Oh no, you
So
better
why'd you
care.
pay for an attorney to try to fight this.
That's right.
Like, why'd you fight it at all? If you just don't care about the order, right? And like, basically, you did not want this order. You paid a few $1,000s for this attorney who sucked, by the way. It was just awful. And also, by the way, kind of manipulated the whole time. Like, they felt bad for her. Like, they made it seem like, oh, the victim is actually the victim of Aiden Carney, and she doesn't know it. She's just too stupid because she's being manipulated by him. She doesn't even want to be here right now. She was put up to it the whole time. And every time they said that, the judge was just like, fuck is wrong with you? Like,
Doesn't
you
it,
have to be
John?
kidding you right now. It was not like
John
when
Doe.
when I got the tape, the whole like objection sustained. That happened like 10 times in a row.
It did.
God
Yes.
knows what that can do to an attorney mentally. Just
It
like
did.
your entire case just goes up in flames. Like, that was the plan. You don't have a plan.
Well, they kept talking about Turtle Boy. They kept making it about him, and the judge was like,
Oh, now she's claiming it was pro bono.
They can't get me to shut up. Maybe they can get people to stop taking me seriously. That's fine. Like,
"Stop taking you seriously."
Seriously.
Jinx. Same time.
She's so on.
an incident like this at all. And, you know, therefore, I do believe that my credibility will remain as it were, right? I
What
Yes.
credibility?
as much credibility as I deserve.
Credibility.
Yeah, you have a lot of credibility.
Credibility.
Accused by, you know, of your credibility is not under it. I mean, when
What?
somebody with no credibility like Chille and Turtle Boy.
Yeah,
What?
I got no credibility.
What?
Listen to this guy, Kate.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
this guy. Listen to that guy.
This cowboy knows what's up.
Yeah.
He knows credibility.
Here's the bootleg Laura Eggs.
He mentions, the Kate always wins thing that we do. That he then says
This is evil Laura.
Turtle Boy always wins, so he's even acknowledging in that video.
I mean, they're taking a victory lap.
All this stuff, yeah.
That's what was so frustrating with the judge is the judge kept kind of brushing off any sort of point that my attorney was trying to make about like Aiden is behind this. But again, like outside of the court and the mood of the judge and the constraints of the law, like it's very clear that Turtle Boy is behind this. Like the entire argument is not.
No, he was not.
It's actually bolstered. Like it's very clear what is going on. So like again, am I going to cry over a civil order that restrains me from doing something I wasn't doing anyway? Like no, I'm not. And again, like, this does not extend to Aiden. As much as Aiden feels like this is his case that somehow extends to him in some way, it fucking doesn't.
Okay, you can pause.
Those fighting the HBO.
Some guy, there's like 99 people in the chat. Some guy starts playing my live stream because he has his mic on. And they start yelling at him like turn that off, turn that off, turn that off. They threaten to shut the whole thing down because some guy.
So, so listen, there's a river of hatred in America, a river of unhappy people who want to blame anybody else who's a personality for their problems. And that's what this woman is amazing at, collecting people who are miserably unhappy and then pointing them at someone and saying, that's the bad guy. That's the person who's cheating, lying, stealing. It's all lies. But so you're going to get a river of hatred of people who are angry. The difference between us and them, we have a mission. And as we get closer to the mission coming reality, more and more people galvanize around the mission. You can't galvanize around hatred. Half of the people who hate me won't even remember my name in a month because they can't hold on to it. There's nothing to hold on to. It's negativity, it's bitterness, it's anger. And sooner or later, they're going to find a bright spot or jump off a bridge, one or the other. But either way, you can't continue to hate someone who doesn't cause you any problems. So that's the bigger thing. And so I don't care if Masshole Report has thousands of people who are joining her river of hatred. At the end of the day, it matters what mission you're on. It really does. You'll see over time.
Just
No one could figure it out.
And forgot to unmute himself. It was like, I'm like, hey, even your fans can't stop listening to me. Like, it's like, it's beautiful. Here's some other things they're saying. So this, if she's saying she's pro bono, well, here she is saying, I literally just paid $3,000 for one hearing. That is the worst $3,000 I've ever seen spent in my life if you actually did that. I'm not afraid of him or the bullshit complaint he wrote for his side piece. Not at all. So she's not worried about that. This is before the hearing. These are things she's saying before the hearing. I'm not worried about this. I'm offensive, blah, blah, blah. My speech does not contain, okay, it's constitutionally protected. Apparently it isn't. It's fucking enraging the way Aiden tries to weaponize the court system. Read it, like, it's like she can't stop thinking about me. It's like, no, what you should be thinking about is what you've done to this woman. Like, forget about me. I'm in your head, clearly, and it's not helping you. You should, like, I don't want to
help Kate.
Yeah,
all your worst qualities are brought out by Aiden. Why? I wouldn't want that, dude. Get help, bro.
Yeah, like I don't want.
Hypnotize the anatomy. Fucking watch the watch, swing back and forth. Forget Aiden. Then move on. Like.
And I don't know what this whole rant was. The cherry on top is I was contacted by someone who informs me that they were asked to testify, with the promise of payment. So she's saying that I offered to pay some, like, this is how insane she is. I'm offering to pay.
Not in the state.
What are you talking about? Like, this is just insane. What's she saying here?
Maybe she means Chille.
Well, how about this one? His mistress, who I've never spoken to in my life, managed to get an ex parte harassment order taken out against me. I'm not particularly concerned about it. She's not concerned, mainly because I've never talked to her. Odd that he's hiding her identity. If he still is, it's dumb to think that I will. So there she is threatening to dox her and blah, blah, blah. And she's not even worried about it. Are you worried about it now, Kate? Because you've got one and you're facing a criminal complaint, but you're not worried about that either. Okay. If this is true, I think only this is what somebody says. This is how brainwashed these people are, the follower. I think only 25% of what this Ascon says that it is complete dog poo. I still believe that Kate always wins. No,
Damn, take another hit.
yeah.
Take
she
another
doesn't,
hit
though.
for sure.
She definitely doesn't. Okay. Oh, and this is like, so she posted Kate went out. Like, Kate was a girl for a night. She went out and she, I guess, oh no, that's not the one I watched. There it is. Like, she posted some pictures of her. This is not, I mean, talk about.
Hell no, that's like fucking so long ago.
She's using the Shannon Mary filters there.
Absolutely.
That's like come
a
on.
long time ago.
That's stalking.
That is not the same person.
That is
we saw in
stalking.
court today.
Mm-mm.
Like, no. And then she said she's gonna countersue me too. So there's that. So I got a lot of shit coming my way with this chick. It's really serious stuff. Do we have any more screenshots of crap?
Yeah, she's in big
Oh,
trouble.
by the way, let me see here. Oh, she also posted this. This is bizarre. Remember she always says, I don't bring my kids into anything. I don't bring my kids into anything. This is what she's posting on Discord.
I'll let
Like
my
she-
kid.
Yeah, she's like, here's my fucking kid.
She's
Hey,
posting
all
her
you,
daughter.
You know, thousands of
Random
thousands of fucking
My
weirdos.
not legal
Yeah.
daughters right here.
Yeah, here's my daughter. Like, look, you guys want a picture of her? Here she is.
Like, is
And then
that
she
not
says,
duh?
like, it's just like, I'm a cool mom. That's the daughter Chille and Turtle Boy referred to as a prostitute. Remind me, Deb, who was the one that called her a prostitute?
I believe that was her mom, Kate.
Yeah, that was KP who said that, and then Brett Killer and echoed it.
I mean,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah,
insane
so
that she
wasn't me
puts
that said your
her
daughter was a
daughter
prostitute.
on
No,
that
it's
hate
words other
account.
people, echo them
Wow.
account as
Yeah.
I'm saying it.
Wow.
Dude, I mean, this is her as a youth. It's just like age has not been good to this woman. This is her thing about her show.
Wow.
Adultery surveillance. And how do you think this looks to the judge, Kate? Like, how do you think this looks to the judge when we show them in court that this is up with naked
It has
pictures on
been
there?
for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. It says crazy interview with private investigator. Bombshell. Adultery surveillance. That's not a bombshell. Like, what? So you're saying here is like, I'm not stalking them. I'm just paying some guy to follow him around for 6 months because I want to get pictures of him being
Hey,
adulterous.
thanks, Mark.
Like, what? That's insane. Like, you
Which,
think
by
you
the
look
way, is
normal?
old news.
Yeah, like,
Cool.
nobody cares. You know?
Except for a
Yeah.
group of select fucking winners, that's all.
What did Chew Toys here say? Love how you said Kate always doesn't win.
Wait, what's this from?
This was on their stream the other night.
Oh,
newsflash.
she's back?
She hasn't been-
She comes back, yeah.
Oh no, she came back for this.
Mm.
Oh, this is the crew over on.
God,
That's the crew.
why
over
would
on,
you be the only one with the camera on? Holy shit.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Okay, wonderful.
Like that's who you're dealing with over here. These are not. They're not sending their best though. They're not sending their best.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, at least they're diverse though. Like, I'm sure people from all over the world
Wow.
have gotten at this. So
Arroyo is. Tell me Arroyo is not really going to
come
win.
on, dude.
He cannot fucking win. Yeah. I mean, this is definitely harassment with the intent to cause harm. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And that's why
Yeah.
they got the order. I mean, because what she did was a violation of it.
Hey, thanks for the super chat,
All right, anybody have any
Mark and
questions or
Chevy.
anything they wanna
Thanks,
talk about?
appreciate it. Thanks a bunch. Yeah. You know, I just saw a comment from someone that said that, look, these people hurt me. They hurt my ability to do business. I didn't want to stop and sue Kate Peters. She's literally a troll that has no mission, that offers nothing in life. She's just a negative energy suck. I didn't want to stop and sue Kate. I didn't want to stop and sue Josh. But the constant barragement of cutting down my products and my businesses have literally pushed my businesses into, you guys saw the numbers the other day. So those numbers I also gave to the court. So the same numbers you guys saw from my online store, I submitted those to the court. So I would be committing fraud, perjury. I'd be lying. So I had no choice. Yeah, I do remember I was given the trifold away for free. That's right. Mikey, you don't have to, sorry, Glow. I don't know if I can untime you. Oh, I guess you'll be untimed out in a minute, Glow. You were right. Glow's right. Glow was saying I was giving away the trifold for free because I wanted to get the message out there more than I was interested in making $1. And then what really hurt me was giving away all that super chat money when I didn't know they took 30% of it. So that hurt me a lot in the thousands. So because I raised thousands of bucks for people and I gave them all the super chat money, so that really hurt me. I didn't realize it, but when it's like $12,000, it's a lot of money. So the people who are disappointed, thanks, Greg. I appreciate it, man. God bless you guys. The people who are disappointed that I had to stop and sue these people, they knocked my online store down by 90% over 4 months. They're hurting my right to prosperity, my right to liberty, my right to life. My liberty is not taken, but my right to be an entrepreneur and raise money from different. I've raised money my whole life for different companies. And now to make up stories about me and say I run a Ponzi scheme, I have investors from California who've contacted me that said someone called me and I have to explain myself to a previous investor who gave me 5 figures. I have to talk to him. I can't, when I got that phone call and he says, hey, Chille, I'm hearing this about you online, and the guy has previously invested 5 figures with me, I now have to deal with a previous investor who's hearing things about me and is upset. And that's a hard conversation to have, to explain to him what a troll is. He has no idea what I'm talking about. So I had to turn and face these people who are defaming me. And there's still a few more. There's a few more. And I'm going after them because you can't just make up things about me. It's just, I have no choice. It really just hurt me, So I'm sorry for the people who feel like we're off mission. I definitely feel, believe me, I can't stand doing any of this. I really can't wait till this part is over. But this all wraps up next year. That's right. That's right, Dwayne. They're hurting me and they're hurting my friends and they're hurting my family. They're calling my friends and family. They're calling previous investors. They're calling previous coworkers. They're calling previous girlfriends who I had to try to find some kind of dirt on me to make me a woman beater or an abuser or a drug abuser or an animal abuser. And then they're making up lies about me saying I sold drugs, and I've never sold drugs in my life. So it's just crazy. And by the way, if there's rumors about you on the internet that you sold drugs and it's going around the internet, that hurts you for a very, very long time. If you raise money in the 6 and 7 figures and there's rumors all over the internet that you are run Ponzi schemes and you rip people off, that will hurt me for the rest of my life. It'll hurt me for the rest of my life, no matter whether I like it or not. There's investors now who I'm hurt that this whole thing has hurt me, literally hurt my reputation, my brand, my image. Everything about me is hurt based on a bunch of people who are talking heads going, well, I've read some interesting documents, but I can't prove anything. I can't get a victim up here, but I'm telling you the truth. Just take my word for it. And that's defamation. And so that's the reason. And then there's a couple other things we're adding to that as we continue down the line. I can't say much else, but we have a couple surprises for them. I told you it's a 3-prong attack. So there's 2 more prongs to go. Tomorrow, the second prong drops. And then after that, there'll be a 3rd prong. And I'm not going to stop until I take these people down. And not just the people here. There's people all over the country who I'm going to take down. Because I just can't allow this. I just can't allow this, Imagine if you were staying somewhere in Boston. Just imagine you were staying somewhere in Boston. And the person who was stalking you the next morning when you woke up, there's a picture in front of the place that you're staying, and it says, what a beautiful night in downtown Boston. This is creepy. And she's mentally ill. She's on mandatory medication from the state. She got her 2 kids stripped away from her. She's on mandatory medication from the state. Mandatory medication. This woman is literally mentally ill. And she's posing outside of where I'm sleeping saying, look at me. And then I saw her today and she looks terrible. I saw her today. She looks terrible. You have no idea. She looks horrifically bad. I mean, it is so bad. She looks so terrible. You can't even imagine how bad she looks. I mean, she looks really bad. Let me see if I can pull up let me see if I can pull up the video. Do you guys want to see what she looked like today? I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you. She looked really terrible. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna airdrop this to my computer. I'm gonna show you what this chick looked like today. She's mentally ill and stalking me. I had to face her. I have no choice. I'm sorry, but I'm going to fix this, and then I'm going to take her channel out because she's done things that she doesn't know yet what she's done, and I'm not going to announce it here. She's done things that will cause her major problems. Hold on one second. I'm telling you 2 seconds. You're going to see. Okay, so let me show this to you guys. This is what this woman looked like today. You gotta see what she actually. I mean, you have to actually see what she looked like. I mean, this is so. Just take a look at what this chick actually looked like today. When you see what she actually looked like, it was really a scary thing to see because she is mentally ill. It's already been established that she's mentally ill. So I want to show you exactly. So this was Kate today. So do you see her? No, now wait, I'm going to get a close up of her face in a second. I want you to see this person who's on mandatory medication from the state for her children. This is what she looked like. Do you see that? She said some things today that are going to cost her later in court, but I'm not going to give her any clues as to what she said. She said some things today that are going to cost her later. Look at her face. She's definitely methed out. Do you see that face? That's someone who has done too much methamphetamines. I mean, look. I mean, look at her. Does she look healthy to you? If this woman was stalking you outside of your residence, if she was stalking you to your location, wouldn't you have to turn and face this? I mean, look at her. She's terrifying. She looks like a mess. I mean, look at that. She's a mess. She's mess. And she's stalking me. Look at her. She is a hot mess. Look at that. She has major. So just so you guys know, if you haven't been around drugs in Hollywood, and I have been, that's what you look like when you do too many drugs. That's the skin you get. Whether I like it or not. You don't have to like me. That's the skin you get when you do too much speed. That's what causes that. And it's already been proven she has a chemical problem from the state records. She has to be on mandatory medication. Do you see that? You see her face? You see what that is? That's not from acne as a kid. That's from having a major drug problem. Look at that. She's already admitted. Look at her eyes right here. She looks spaced. Look at that. She looks spaced out and cracked out. She looks cracked out. Look at her. She's stalking me. Look at that. You see those big knobby pocky marks? That typically is from methamphetamines. I'm sorry, but it is. That's from meth. Now maybe she's doing meth, not doing meth anymore because those aren't. But look at that. Look at her eyes. That's not a healthy person. She's not healthy. And then I walk in front of her right here. Look, she brings this on herself. Look at this. Look at this chick. Look at that. Are you freaking kidding me? And she's stalking me, following me around, coming to where I'm staying and saying it's a beautiful night in downtown Boston. Absolutely terrifying. And she runs a troll mafia account. She runs a troll mafia. It's no longer a masshole report. She runs a troll mafia. Look. She looks every bit like the Penguin from Batman. Look at her, just screaming and yelling and angry. I mean, guys, I had no choice. But to turn and face this woman who is stalking me. I'm sorry. It's not what I wanted to do with my time. I had to do it. Look, and I don't mind if someone has a breakout, but that's not a breakout. That's when you won't stop doing drugs. That's why you lose your kids. That's how you lose your kids. Because your face is so pocky. That is drugs, kids. That is drugs. I'm sorry. If you're new, you're new. What I thought Kate said that I hit her car. There was a big rumor that I hit her car. I mean, I don't see the car. I don't see the car getting hit. Where's the hitting of the car? Kate said that I hit her car. Where's the hit? Well, looks like there's no damage to any quarter panel. She said that I hit her car. Where's the car hit? Where's the damage? Where's the car hit? What happened to the car? She said I hit the car. Where's it at though? So anyway, yeah, listen, it's not what I want to do with my time, but I'm only doing this a little bit more, and then from here we will, we'll bring it home. We'll bring it home. Look, they hurt me to the point I had to fight back. They hurt my business down 90%. So the people who really love the mission that we're on, I'm really sorry. They stopped me from being able to make a living, to be able to travel down the road all the time and go and fight the powers that be. They took away my financing apparatus. I didn't have a choice. I'm sorry. I didn't have a choice. So it's not what I wanted to do. This is not what I wanted to do. We can pop into Turtle Boy here, I suppose, just real fast. And
connected to Chille coded 70 and JD's iPhone.
this is not what I wanted to do, though. I just want people to know that, especially guys like my buddy Zayner and, guys that I'm not going to mention a bunch of names because I don't want to deal with a bunch of stuff. But this wasn't what I want to do with my time. But when they took away my ability to make money, I can't do what I do if I can't just make a medium income, So I have to just do what I got to do. So I'm sorry for the inconvenience for everybody who doesn't like this. I don't like it either, Sorry. I'm sorry. My phone just died. Sorry. I was just trying to get this dang phone to work just now for like 5 minutes. It was so hard. And I don't know if it'll stay on or not, but I hope I didn't lose you guys. So just, sorry. I was just in the middle of talking and saying that that this blows and that I don't really want to. The phone just died, guys. The phone just straight up just died on me. There's nothing I could do. So it just died. It's just, it's just so frustrating. So frustrating. Dawn. There we go. 5x5. There you go. Wandering hippie. What's up, Playboy? How you doing, man? What's up, Playboy? I'm high as giraffe balls. What's going on, Playboy? I guess we finally got the phone working again. But it's like, let's see what Turtle Boy's got going on here. See what he's got cooking. It's pretty weird, isn't it? It's pretty weird, like this whole thing that we're all going through, because you don't go through anything when there's like hundreds of people around. It's a collective, and so like this collective that we're going through is just such a weird thing,
Connected to Chille coded 70 and JD's iPhone.
Oh, this Bluetooth is on. Such a strange thing that we're all going through, because everybody's going through it together. That's the other thing is I saw earlier, someone sent me a video earlier that showed DMX is gone. I saw that DMX is...
Ready to pair another device. JD's iPhone. Disconnected. Chille coded 70. Disconnected.
There it is.
Connected to JD's iPhone.
Oh, man. I want to get some work done today, but...
Share Mary, because you got free with the DCF. Try to shut me up.
Oh, is this where... Is this where he raps? Turtle Boy does...
Because you live like a hoarder. You went too far, now your ass got an order. How the fuck that happened? He always wins. Bitch, you got a worse record than the Redskins. You should have found me. I know I ain't a state, but you really hit me because of everything.
Turtle Boy's rapping.
Self-made, well-known, breaking all the news. That's to where I am because I put in my dues. I'm a revolutionary, the Worcester there evolving. You're so bad with kids that they call you evolving. Oh, roasted. This is a bitch, I'm trying to avoid it. I was standing.
Anyway, listen, I just wanted to, I wanted to, I'm probably not going to leave this stream up for the people who wanted to see it. They can see it, but maybe I'll put it on the backup channel or something. But this is not the focus of this channel, and I unfortunately I've had to do some things I've had to do, and this is what I was talking about when the phone just cut off. I'm sorry, but I don't have much of a choice. I have to deal with the things I have to deal with. So, if it was you and your livelihood, you may do the exact same thing I'm doing. So it's it's just a little bit more than oh, I want to sue someone. It's that I don't want to get bullied and beat up and pushed around too, but also the ability to make money. The supporters of the channel are amazing. Thank you guys for supporting me, but at the same time, I should be able to entrepreneur and be able to sell products without people making fun of my products and bringing my business down. And so that's the reason why I decided to take legal action, just so you guys know. And I think that's a fair thing to explain to you guys, so I just wanted to lay it out. All right. So I can't see any of the comments. I'm really, really sorry. I don't know why. There's maybe I'll look on the phone over here, and I'll see if I can go to the other. Okay, watching Turtle Boys. There it is. Got you guys back. Now I can see your comments. What's up, Golden State fan? V Boyer. What's going on, Playboy? Hey, thanks, Mark. I appreciate the super chat, man. Thank you. God bless you, dude. Jonathan Mitchell Music. What's going on, Playboy? We got a couple orders yesterday on the website, DeletelawZ. I haven't seen them yet, though, so I always like to read the names and people. Yeah, Charlie Little Bear. Charlie's a little bear. Charlie's a little bear. Come here, Charlie Little Bear. Come here, little bear. Come here, little bear. Come on. Come on up here. Come on up. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Come on, Charlie. Come on. Come on up. There you go. There you go. There you go, Trim. You're a good little boy, huh? You're a good little boy, huh? You a good little boy? So, Charlie, you want to say something to the people? Do you want to say something to the people? Charlie? All right. Anyway, listen. So, man, listen. I'm sorry this is on so late tonight, but I want to just say thanks for you guys being here. Thanks for being around. I mean, I'll be honest. This last couple weeks has been. This past month, a friend of mine asked me today from LA, how you doing? I said, man, I've taken a lot of body blows this month, but it's all good. It's all good. We push on. We don't stop. We just keep going forward. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. Doesn't matter what happens. We don't stop. Something happens to me. You don't stop. Something happens to you. I can't stop. We keep going. We don't stop. We don't stop. Deborah, I'll do a big update on Deborah tomorrow. We're emailing and texting back and forth. So I have her inmate number and stuff. If you guys want to put some on her commissary, I'll put her number out tomorrow. You guys can take a look at that. And I know it. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. All right, I'm going to put together a video for you guys for tomorrow. I'm going to sit here and just edit this thing together because I'm in Boston one more night, so I can drop the other prong tomorrow. And, the people who I'm going after, you got my attention. Here I come. Get your lawyer ready. Hire your lawyer. You think that lawyer you hired today was the only one you're going to have to hire? You're going to hire a couple more lawyers. You're going to have to hire a couple more lawyers. So tomorrow, Deborah's inmate number and everything, I'll have all of her inmate number and everything for her tomorrow. She's getting her commissary now. They moved her to another jail. I'll let you guys know all that information tomorrow. We'll go over everything tomorrow. I'm super grateful. My blood pressure was down to 149. So that's, oh man. Matter of fact, I even measured one of the readings yesterday was 139. So I went 139, 149, 152, 156, 152. I measured like 8-9 times yesterday, and I didn't go above 156 or 158, something like that. The highest reading I had was 156, I think. So yeah, it's happening slowly but surely. Anyway, listen, we've been on for like 2 hours, a little hour and a half or something. So I will get the flock out of here. Thanks you guys for coming by, and I will see you guys on the next one. See you on the next one. Charlie Little Bear, you gonna see him on the next one? Are you gonna see him on the next one? Are you gonna see him on the next one? Are you gonna see him? Are you gonna see him? Are you gonna see him on the next one? Are you gonna see him on the next one? Are you gonna see him on the next one? I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for coming by. If you haven't gone by DeletelawZ, DeletelawZ.com is back up. Go check it out. Get a trifold. Get one of those $5 trifold. Get a trifold. I gotta go. Thanks, guys. Later.